What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone, so go grab that stick, go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have that conversation. I'm here with my man Sketches in the building.
We outside.
Yeah, so this is very unique. Very unique. First of all, we haven't sat down and had a real podcast like this in a little bit. We've been somewhere where the noise ambiance and the ambient sound has been blasting. People are like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Yeah.
So, but
we was in Brooklyn, so that's to be expected, though. You know.
No, Cigar Code. We was down at 11.
Oh, yeah.
So the last few podcasts.
Right, yeah, we was in the hood.
A little noisy.
Back to back hoods.
Yeah,
that's what the hood, hood has its own volume. It has its own vibrations.
Well, I can't let you blame it on the hood, brother. That was the DJs. The hood got its own troubles. We can't let you put that on the hood. We can't do that. So we're here outside today. Literally, we recording this podcast. We're in front of. Do we say the lounge name?
No.
Okay, we're in front of a lounge.
Going to say the lounge.
Okay,
name.
so we're in front of a lounge and we're outside, and it's a little breezy, a little misty, it's kind of rainy. So it's very unique. This is a very unique situation.
We got on short sleeves on. We still got on short sleeves.
I need a jacket right now. I ain't gonna lie.
What's borderline?
You know what I mean?
Just drink up. You're drinking that Long Island iced tea. You're gonna get warm.
I need some iron.
Yeah, fantastic.
So here's the crazy part. So we're at this lounge, and you never know who's going to be where you're at. This is what I love about the cigar game. So we got two individuals that said yes, they would come on and be a guest. Got Chico. Chico is the rep for Escobar Cigars. If you're not familiar with Escobar Cigars, that's the cigar Nas came out with. I want to say in 2021. So let me be quiet because he'll be able to break all that down. Right.
What you smoking on now? What you smoking now?
I got the old faithful New World, brother. Old faithful AJ Hernandez New World.
You know, I got a punch. Just something to smoke right quick. Got the punch going on. So
here at this lounge tonight is their what they call Final Friday.
Final Friday, right?
Final Friday.
Every
pay a
Friday.
fee, and you get in, get food, or you can eat,
or you can drink.
So I like that idea. I love that concept. Not every lounge is set up to do that, but this lounge
and good food too. Good food.
Yeah, the food is good, and the drinks are great.
Yeah, the drinks are great.
Shout out to 5200 Bar 5200.
Bar, yes.
Yeah, Charlene, she's doing her thing back there as the bartender. We gotta give her a shout out. Much love. If you ain't familiar, I think she's
make a mean.
Bar 5200.
I ain't gonna tell what she makes a mean because I don't want y'all to come in here and we run out. I'm not going to. She makes a mean. I'm just going to keep it like that.
I'm snitching.
Don't tell them.
I'm thinking you.
No, don't tell them.
I didn't run out
because they're gonna run out.
No,
they're gonna run out.
Only me and you drinking it.
Yeah, but if you say something, they're gonna come in, they're gonna want it, and then they're gonna run out.
Well, they have to re-up, bro. That's how the game goes. Supply and demand.
You're right.
So, I struggle with this every time I do a Final Friday. I'm like, damn, summertime, I was drinking tequila. So I'm like, all right, I want to change it up a little bit now. The weather's changing, fall is here. And I sat there for 5 minutes and couldn't figure out. I went right back to tequila. You came, I'm watching, I'm like, is he getting rum and coke?
Nah, man, I'm gonna drink a man's drink. I'm gonna drink a man. I'm not gonna come here and drink a lemonade.
I'm not saying that, but I don't know if this is necessarily
a fruit juice, some punch. No, I'm gonna come here and drink a real man's drink.
Well,
cause I'm smoking a real man's cigar, so I'm gonna have a real man drink.
I gotta get pushed back on that. I'm gonna tell you what the pushback is. The pushback is when you say that it's a man's drink. I'm sure the listeners were thinking he's drinking a scotch, a whiskey, some bourbon, or we're not drinking that. We're not drinking that. So once we say what we're drinking, we may lose some cool points because you hyped it up too much.
No, everybody know about this drink.
Well,
they know, but they're not necessarily drinking this drink. I don't. Again, and then you come across my mind until I saw you getting it. Right.
So
because a lot of men don't even know that they're not men. That's the problem.
Whoa,
but we're gonna leave it like that though.
Whoa, wait a minute.
No Diddy.
Whoa.
That's all I can say. No Diddy.
Men don't know they men.
No Diddy.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's what I love about the podcast. We do what we do, but the conversation is not only about cigars. So this is, again, I keep saying this. I done said this 1,000 times on all the podcasts. Smoke World is not necessarily just me talking about cigars and we talking about the wrapper, the filler, and the binder. That's not. We have guests who can do that, and we're going to have a guest who's going to share that information. But This is a podcast about what we have conversations about in the lounge. In the lounge, guess what we're not talking about? Cigars. We're not talking about that. Think about it. I haven't been to no lounge, no matter where I went globally, that we sat and that's all we discussed was cigars. It was about life, politics, kids, family, all everything.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, family, yo, shout out to our boy DJ
Keith Walker is the king of Brooklyn, man. Man, I grew up around prestige, man. You know, as a young kid growing up in Brooklyn in the projects, and you know, we always need somebody to look up to. And DJ Keith Walker was that guy.
Well, you gotta let him know. You kind of leaving the part out.
Yeah, he's that guy. He knows everybody. He's been in the game, the rap game. He was DJing back in the 70s. I'm talking about he was one of the most notorious DJs in New York City.
There we go, New York.
So yes, New York. Well, I said, you know, Brooklyn, it has its own city. First of all, it's its own.
But you never
entity.
said that. You didn't say that.
Yeah, it's its own entity.
So Brooklyn, we was just up there
born and
last
raised
Saturday
in Cypress Hill Projects.
Thank you for bringing me, brother. That was a great experience. We went to the East New York. Was a wellness. I believe they had a
wellness. Yes, wellness. Yes,
and that was an old school setup with all the old school hip hop
DJs. That's right.
Man. So we got to sit down and talk to
real hip hop. That was real hip hop.
Yes. Blasey blah.
And these are all the guys that we grew up with. You can understand.
Yes.
I used to sit on the bench, and every weekend, DJ Keith Walker would bring somebody. He would bring DMC in there. He would bring Houdini in. Bobby Brown. He had New Edition in there. I was beatbox with Biz Markie in the basement. Man, we would hang out at Prince Marquis' house, the Fat Boys. You name it, and they were coming to the projects.
But they all from there, right? That's where they all.
Well, no, they're not from there. They're from Brooklyn.
I'm saying they're from the area, right?
Bobby Brown ain't from the area, but he was in Cyprus.
That part.
Raul Tresman, they come out of nowhere to visit DJ Walker's because of the love that they love him so much, and they respect him, and also at the same time they trust him. A lot of rappers, a lot of people don't trust people, so they don't come around.
That's true. Trust is a lot.
So it's everything. Guaranteed that when DJ Walker do an event, there's nothing that's going to happen. It's all love and it's true, and I can see it in their face that it's true. They're not doing it for the money. They're not doing it for the prestige. They're doing it because he's DJ Keith Watkins.
That part. But no, it was a good time, man. Good time. It was a long day for us. It was a good time. Like I said, we got the conversation, so I might throw that on this podcast a little bit. Hey,
what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Hi, what's going on?
How you doing?
Right.
I want to interrupt.
How you feeling? You good? Everything's good? You feeling good? With your body, the mind. Mind and body, both together.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Cause you started looking, you was puzzled. You was like puzzled.
Look. We gonna put on the mic. So I tell you, we're actually recording live in the sense of we're at the lounge, and we're speaking. Come talk to us. Come on over here. Come tell us who you are.
I am Erica McLean, the wife of Lee Mack 912.
Yes, say it again, please.
I am the wife of Lee Mack 912.
Can you use your outside voice, please?
Erica
Outside voice.
McLean. My outside?
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's the outside voice.
I don't even know what that means right now.
Yeah, because you talking like this is the quiet storm. This ain't the quiet storm. Wow. This is a hurricane.
I do apologize.
It's a hurricane.
I do apologize. They have security in there if you need them. If you need to call security, just tell them to come out to the front, and they will handle that. They will handle it. Trust me. Security to the front of the store, please. Somebody's being very aggressive.
You want me to go back to my old self and bring her out?
Oh, we would love that.
Yeah, sometimes
man.
It does make for an exciting podcast.
It does.
We love drama. I don't know why. I mean, that's just human nature.
You know.
Drama sells.
It does.
Would you not agree with that?
Unfortunately.
Yes, it does. That's right.
I mean, you can't have a feel-good story. Nobody's watching that.
Yeah, who cares?
They want to see what happened. Who got shot?
You feeding your kittens? Who cares? Who cares about you feeding kittens? I don't care about you feeding kittens.
Or the kids in the block in the neighborhood doing good with good report cards. We don't want to see that.
Good.
We want to see the bad kids and they acting up, but we will complain about them. But they make news.
You kick a dog and go viral. You feed a dog?
Kill a kitten.
Save
a kitten.
We talking about 100,000 views. Easy.
We don't make the rules.
We don't make the rules.
But you would not disagree, would you?
No, I will not. I will not disagree.
This is where we live at right now.
That's
this
right.
is the
It's
society
sad.
we live in.
Ain't it sad?
Yeah.
This is what
All right.
it is what it is. Well, well, thank you. Are you gonna smoke tonight? Okay,
What-
I seen the box.
What you gonna smoke? Something you don't know yet. You don't know yet.
I'm waiting for my cousin to come.
Okay.
Cousin. Black folks always got a cousin.
Always got a cousin.
This is blood.
That's what
Like
they all
what-
say.
like real blood.
We understand.
Right, real blood.
Like real.
Like a
Real
fourth
blood.
cousin or something like that.
Oh, no.
Real cousin. First cousin.
This is like real, yeah.
Oh, first cousin.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is real.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
smoke. He smoke.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
What time? You mean they on CP time too?
Well,
Sometimes.
no, she's working right now at a bar in Philadelphia. And
Philadelphia. Is she coming all the way down here?
She is.
Because we're not disclosing our secret location right now. Just
Secret
to be known
location.
that Philadelphia, from where we're at right now, it's about an hour and 15, 20 minutes. Depends on what part of Philly. She in Southwest, that's an hour. But where she at? Because Philly's my hometown, so you can't be talking no fast talk to me. Depends on where she at. And it's 95, and it's
Got
raining.
'em.
It's a little misty rain.
South Philly is my hometown.
She come from South
She not coming from South Philly. She coming from like Erie, like over that side.
Yeah, that's gonna be like hour, 15, 20 minutes.
Up right there on 95.
But we don't know what the traffic look like. And it's misty, it's raining. You gonna take it easy. You don't be driving all stupid and
She
crazy.
get here an hour, man.
You know
Stop
what I mean? A little
playing,
foggy.
man. She get here an hour, man. You playing too much.
I don't drive like that.
She get here an hour.
I don't drive like that.
Man, this is ain't nobody driving right now.
It's foggy out here. It's rainy. It's misty.
There's no cars out here.
You have to drive according to the conditions
But
on the
there's
road.
there's no cars out here.
Sir, you like an hour away from. What are you talking about? This is
She can get here in about an hour.
I get to Philly an hour easy. Easy.
Depends
I
on
be
what part
downtown
of
with a
Philadelphia
Philly
we talking
cheesesteak in my
about.
mouth.
She's not in the inner part of the city. I agree.
Yeah, you say Erie Avenue.
Well,
So she got to come down Broad Street.
she-
Who
no,
knows?
no, she's closer up to the northeast side. So she's
Oh,
like,
northeast. Oh, yes, that's even further out.
right back on but she can hit right on 95.
That 95. You mean stay with construction? It's jacked
No,
up.
it's all good.
It's good.
It's good now.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wife of Lee Mac 9112. Now I know folks know who Lee Mac 9112. He's said he was going to come out and share some information about what's been going on with some of his videos. So, but I know he's hard at work right now.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
So-
he was just there 2 minutes ago.
So when you hug and kiss him, tell him we out here.
I'm gonna tell him to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, whatever. So, going back to that whole scenario, but yeah, you must drive according to the road conditions out here in these streets. So, folks, if you're listening, if you're one of those assholes who get behind me and it's raining, foggy, and you want to drive 100 plus miles an hour, I'm moving out the way. And folks who got these pickup trucks getting on my goddamn nerves. Act like you drive like you got some sense, okay? Okay?
I drive like a. I used to say I drive like a woman, but you can't say that. You get canceled for that.
Whoa, what you mean? I don't.
You
Yeah,
get canceled for that.
You know what? I'm telling you. No.
You get canceled for that.
Sir, the ones who's on my bumper right now, 95% of the time it's a chick. That's a woman. I'm about to say the wrong word. It's a
But
woman.
no, that's a good thing. I'm driving like a woman. That's a good thing. Women drives, they drive a little bit better than us. We're more aggressive.
They balling. Okay, the 95% of the time it's a young lady that's behind me that's flying. I'm like, yo, I'm going like 85 miles an hour. Like, what are we doing? My wife is like that. Come to think about it.
Yeah, my wife is too. You're right.
When I'm in the passenger side, I'm always braking
Right.
on that side. So
Right.
I've tried to figure out
Right.
what's really going on there.
I was
Okay.
actually going to add an extra a brake pad on the side on my wife's car just for me to have.
Like a training joint.
Yeah, but that was
vehicle.
too expensive. So I said, you know what? It's not worth $5,000 to put another brake pad on the side. I'm just gonna, just take a.
Did you ever run into anything when you was?
That's neither here or there. We still got
wow.
we still fighting
wow.
that suit. So there's a
Oh,
lawsuit
wow. Okay,
going
so
on.
the litigation.
I don't want to give a little information out right now.
Okay, litigation.
And I'm drinking now. The truth start coming out.
Well, that's
I
all right.
don't wanna,
Yeah, she don't listen to this, so you got to worry about all that.
Speaking of back to this drink, we didn't even tell him what we was drinking.
Because I don't think it's going to be a good look. You hyped it up too much about a man drink, and you got hair
It's
on
a
your
man.
chest, and you got gray
I
hair
ain't saying
in your
about the
beard.
hair on the chest.
I'm saying you might as well said all that. You should have said all that, because if you want to disclose what we're drinking, I'm gonna let you do that, because you want to say it was a man. I didn't say that. Stone did not say that. Sketches. Make sure you understand. Sketches said.
Oh, they know.
Tell them what you're drinking then.
I'm
man
drinking
drink.
a Long Island iced tea with all the liquors in it. With all the liquors in it. Not just one penny pinching. All of them, son.
A lot of people don't like to mix their liquor. Just gonna let you know that. A lot of people don't like to mix their liquor. They're drinking brown. They're drinking this, but but they don't like to mix all their liquors together. So Long Island iced teas sometimes are very dangerous for people because you're mixing brown with the white. You're putting all kind of stuff in one cup.
Right.
So
when I was a kid, people was afraid to mix 2 Kool-Aid packs, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't care what nobody said. I'm going to mix the grape with the cherry. And my sister would look at me like, "What's wrong with you? You gonna mix grape with the cherry?" And I did it. So I was always a trailblazer. Sir. And now they got mystery mix
in my neighborhood.
They wound up coming out with a Kool-Aid that did the same thing I was doing 10 years before they even did it.
Sir, trailblazer. In my neighborhood, that's all we did was mix the Kool-Aid. So I don't know what was going on.
I was a trailblazer. They looked at me like I was funny.
I'm gonna tell you. Speaking of that, I made my own cherry Coke. I said they should make a cherry Coke. Back in the day, you used to have the fountain sodas. I would go up, get a Coke, mix it all up. You know, get a little.
Whoa! Let's go back.
I made.
You said fountain soda. We don't say fountain in the hood, son. We don't say fountain. Ain't no fountain. Where's a fountain? Sir, we don't have fountains.
It's called fountain soda, sir.
Where's the fountain at?
Okay, that's the name. What are you calling it?
We call them sodas. That's it. So,
no,
where's no fountain?
Sir, a soda.
They had fountains in Philly?
Yeah, we did. We wasn't that poor. Absolutely. Oh, we got the ladies and we got Lee Mack. So the wife of Lee Mack, 9112, has just went in there and told him to bring his ass out here because we couldn't get him out here. But the wife has that kind of power.
You told me that you was going to call me when you was ready, so
he was working.
He was working.
So, folks,
we didn't want to cut.
We're honored to have the brother Lee Mack 9112 in the building here, sir. Thank you for being here, my man. We love you.
We appreciate you, brother.
We appreciate you. One of the top-notch black cigar reviewers. I hate to have to say that because that's what it is. Black cigar reviews might say, why you got to bring up black? Because it's not a lot of black men or women that are influential that's doing cigar reviews.
And he's a real black person, too.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, you scrape the skin, it's black all the way through, baby.
He's a real black person. Because, you got some black people out here that be saying, like, Kamala's not black. They don't even know they black. This is a real black man right here.
That's low vibration cats. We're not talking about them right now. Okay. We're not talking about the cats from the hood, low vibration.
So, listen, what y'all got going on out here?
So, Lee Mack.
It looked like it was a rap battle going on. I wasn't sure what was happening.
You were too far from it.
I was afraid to come out. I was like, I think I left my pistol in the car. I don't know if I'm safe out here.
This is a clean cipher right now.
All right.
Now, I brought you out here because I wanted to talk to you. I saw a post that you made on Instagram that YouTube is up to their bullshit again.
Yeah, they always on it.
I don't understand what's going on. Folks, listen. I don't know what's going on with the Google, the YouTubes, the Instagram. They own all that. Why are they so hard on the cigar? Cigar is a legal product. Weed is taking over. That's still not legal in every place. Still not legal federally. But yet we got to have this fight every time with these companies. So you have now experienced, again, them taking down a video off of YouTube.
10-year-old video. They came and said you violating our policies. If you want to go back and review it, I said, that's fine. Let me go back and read the policy, right? The policy says that you can't promote or basically say how you can buy regulated products like tobacco. So I went and I looked. I reviewed the video. And I said, I never said where you could buy it. I just said, I'm a man in my garage smoking a cigar. Now, this was 10 years ago.
Right.
This is back in the drywall days,
back in the day.
And listen, we didn't have no paint on the walls. We had the lawn chair. I was trying to figure it out. So,
how you doing?
I don't know what's up with it.
That's not the only video they took down.
They took down over 200 videos.
Wow.
Yeah, they got me too. But I was smoking the cigar, so the cigar was in my mouth with smoke coming out of it, and they took all those videos down and they put it into a certain file that I didn't even know about. So I didn't even get the warning. Someone told me to go in the file, and I'm seeing all these videos. I'm like, that's why I'm not getting no spins, because y'all taking my videos down without even saying nothing.
See, now they didn't say that smoking the cigar was a problem. They said you promoting where to buy the cigar was a problem.
And you did that. You did none of that.
I did none of that, but I was smoking it though.
But you didn't promote this.
They told me that being I was smoking it and the smoke was coming out of my mouth, and there's no warning. They took it down.
So you mean that appeal that I filed? I'm probably gonna lose that, huh?
Was it in your mouth? Was it lit?
Oh, it was lit and smoke was blowing everywhere.
But here, no,
So just think about it. You watch a movie and somebody's smoking, they have a warning on the movie. Lit cigarette. You go to Netflix.
yeah, it says smoking, nudity.
Yeah, exactly.
Violence.
So maybe we put that on our.
I don't know. I don't know if that's going to
As
work.
a
But
disclaimer.
I do have to ask you a question because I'm not familiar with that space that you said you were looking at. You found a file.
Right. And so you go into your account and it shows warning and all your warnings and
Really?
issues. Yeah.
And on Instagram.
Yes. And Facebook.
I wasn't aware of that.
And Facebook. And I'm verified. I have a check and everything. So I'm like,
They wouldn't give me a check.
well, what happened is they verified me and said that I can't monetize because of what I did with the cigars. So then I was like, okay. So I started doing CBD. They was like, yeah, that's even worse. Are you kidding me? How is CBD worse than tobacco?
I don't know. So, Lee Mac, I got to ask. So what's been going on? What do you feel about where the cigar industry is at right now? Maybe the last two great cigars that you smoke. You have your own. First of all, you got to shout that out. You have your own great cigars.
We have our line. It's Another Great Day Cigars that's available on Privada Cigar Club. So we put out small runs. We've done 6 or 7 cigars so far. All been bangers so far.
Yes,
PrivadaCigarClub.com. I can't say that on YouTube because that's a violation. But yeah, you can
Really?
go over there. Oh, that's a violation. You can't say where you can go buy it. That's a violation.
Oh, wow.
So, but we got great cigars right now. The Grassini is over there. It's a Lancero, Nicaraguan Lancero, I believe, and that is a fantastic cigar.
Okay, sir. Now we always looking for the next thing. I don't know why we do that. We're still in the motion of what we're doing now today, but we're always looking for the next thing. So is there a next thing?
Oh, there is a next thing. We've got a couple of new things that we're working on. We were smoking through some samples, trying to find it. So we turned down a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. We get some samples. We turn down a lot of stuff until we find the next thing that we say is a banger. And when we find the banger, we bring it to the people. So anybody that smoked any of the ones in the past say, you ain't missed yet.
Oh, yeah. Your cigars is off the meat rack. Do they still say that?
Meow, meow,
They still say meat rack?
You can say whatever you want to say, buddy.
Are they still saying meat rack?
Yeah.
Or the cigars they bangers, bro?
I don't know.
Appreciate that, brother.
We didn't use that slang.
What country are you basing most of your raps?
It's no country. We have had Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Honduras. So we've been all over the place.
Did you say Honduras?
Honduras, baby.
That's my country right there.
Yeah, mine too.
That's my country right
I love a Honduran cigar. It's a great cigar.
So will that new cigar again? Will that come out this year, or are we looking
Yeah,
at maybe?
it should come out this year. I actually have a band design for it and a name.
Oh, okay.
We just got to get the cigar together.
A little time frame before Christmas.
Yeah, before Christmas.
Oh,
for sure,
damn!
for
Y'all
sure.
heard it first. Goddamn! Breaking news.
We got. I got 2 that I'm looking at now. Right now, one is a Toro, one is a Corona.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So it all depends.
So both are going to come out, or you're debating on which one you're going to?
Don't know. We might do them both if it works out.
Okay.
Might just do one. Not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I think he's holding out. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's holding out. I think he does know, but that's
yeah.
all right. You know, man. He's like, I'm not going to tell you guys
You
everything.
can't give us everything.
Hey,
you know.
listen, we do a little bit of everything. Then we try.
I'm loving your shirt you got on, sir.
No.
I mean, can you talk about that shirt you got
we
on?
cannot talk about this shirt.
Well, come on, brother. I mean,
Go Cowboys.
I
Go Cowboys.
I'm a fan of that.
Right, go Cowboys.
I'm a fan of. You got to get them a shout out.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's BL Luxuries. Even though my shirt don't say BLLuxuries.com, there's Cigar of the Month Club, BL Luxuries. This is an old shirt. This say Black Lion.
Yes,
It
sir.
used to be
I'm
Black
familiar.
Lion.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
That's all you're gonna give us. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
So how can we support you, folks? Listening, where can we
listen,
go find and support you at?
You
bro?
can find me all over social media. Lee Mac 912, LEEMACK 912, Lee Mac 912.
The 9, the number 9, or NINE?
The number 9, the number 1, the number 2, 912. That's my birthday, by the way, 9/12, September the 12th.
Then we missed the birthday.
we missed it.
Damn, we
Well,
missed the
it's all
birthday,
good.
brother.
It's
Well,
all
happy
good.
belated birthday,
I
man.
appreciate you, brother.
Some guys keep it
Man,
real
I was
close to
60
their
this
best.
year, so
God bless.
Damn,
baby.
I told you he was a real black man. Didn't I tell you he was a
Hey,
real
joining
black man?
the
Don't
senior
crack.
citizen club, joining the senior citizen club. But hey, it's all good.
Thank you, brother. I know you got back to work. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all. Smoke world.
My man Lee Mac 9112 was in the building. See, you never know. Here you go. Take your mic.
Yeah, man.
So,
That's,
it's about making these connections. This is what I love about this culture, the people, the understanding.
Yeah, I can't wait to take that off my. That's on my bucket list, right? My own
What's that?
cigar.
That's
on my
I'm
bucket
not gonna say it's
list.
easy to do. It's easy to do to some degree, but the question becomes:
It's easy to do, but I want it to be where I'm at a position where every stick that comes out, like, yo, you taste rock and rod stick? That's what I want. I don't want the.
So,
it's all right. I don't want that.
Let me tell you a little secret. You can start that tomorrow. But the question becomes, all these companies have these cigars sitting there. Hey, you taste 10 cigars. Which one do you like?
Right.
Opposed to being from the seed to the cigar, where you say, you know what? No, I want to be part of this whole operation from the beginning. This is what I want to say. I don't want no stuff you got laying on the shelf and then put my little
Right. No, I'm not gonna do that. Mine's gonna be from scratch.
put my band on it.
Mine's gonna be from scratch. I'm definitely doing it from Honduras. I am definitely going to go from the grassroots of Honduras and work my way up.
Well,
Work my way up.
You definitely can do that.
Gonna work my way up.
Hey. So we're going to see if we can get my man from Escobar. He's sitting there. Told him a little while ago. We see if we can get him going, and we go from there.
You in the trenches.
All right. Here we got my man Chico. Hey, get that mic, Chico. Stop playing, bro. So, Chico.
What's up, brother?
How you feel today, sir? Thank you.
Good, excellent. Good seeing you
Now,
guys.
just happened to be coincidental because we talked about this for a little while that you was going to be a guest on the podcast. It just so happened I happen to have the stuff in the trunk today, and you happen to be here.
Hey, it's meant to be.
And yes. So, tell us about who you are and what you're representing.
Well, everybody know me a little bit, but for those that don't, Chico, Escobar Cigars, Cigar Habana is my cigar company, but on the regional.
But you said Escobar. That name sounds familiar.
Escobar, which is partially owned by Nas.
I kind of figured that out.
He's one of our owners. And so I'm the regional director of sales on the Eastern Seaboard. And we're doing great things with Escobar. We got AJ blending our core line. We got Ernesto Perez Carrillo blending our Ultra Black, which is our premium exclusive. Only 2,000 boxes of those made. We're trying to get up there in the top 10 for Cigar of the Year. Hopefully,
nice.
Hopefully we work some wonders with it. Bringing EPC on was a good look, and bringing AG on was a great look with our core line. We have our Connecticut blend, our Habano, and our Maduro, 5 different Vitolas. It's a great cigar. If you haven't tried it, get on it. Ask your shop owners, your local lounge, and your home lounge. Get it in there because it's hot. It's on the streets right now, and if you're down with hip hop, you gotta support the brother Nas.
So we gotta go to that backstory. How did that come about? To get Nas, and by who went to Nas? Who had to connect?
Well, the whole deal with that was like Nas was always a cigar smoker. He's not big and intricate in the blending process of it, but he's there partially, and he understands how cigars are made. And he heard of Escobar, and he. That's Nas's tag name, Escobar,
right.
And he's like, it was a no-brainer, so he got on board, met with the other owners, and, from there, went to the stars.
Okay, that's good stuff now, because this has been, how long y'all company been in existence now?
Since about 2018.
2018.
A little bit over 5 years.
Are you guys working on some type of a pitch, like a Nas video coming out with the cigar?
Yeah, we're working on that. All that is in the making. We did stuff in the past with our original blend with him. And we're doing some new promos, and getting him involved heavily. He's a busy man. So,
absolutely.
So he's big and heavy in everything, entrepreneurship. Partnerships with different various businesses and stuff like that. So it's like he's a good equity partner to have.
Of course,
big brand ambassador too.
Right.
He's
He's a legend. And at the same time, I think he has a liquor out too. So did y'all ever pair his liquor with the?
Yeah, well, with the liquor, he's still with Hennessy and stuff like that. So he still does. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he paired. I thought he squared off. Okay, I didn't know that.
He still does stuff with Hennessy. He's brand ambassador with the Hennessy.
No, go on in.
And so. Right, we don't emphasize too much on that, but yeah, he's part of the Hennessy brand too, as well. I don't like speaking outside of the cigar business.
And where, no, I'm saying I just throw that in there for those that don't know. How can we get the cigar for real? Because we're right now we're at a place where they don't sell it at. So what do we have to do to get that?
So
in
you want Escobars? Go to your local shop, your home shop, and say, we get Escobar in here, man. You got other AJ blends on the shelf. Why not have the Escobar blend? Because that's going to fly off the shelf. It's a great cigar. We got some of the best tobaccos blended in the business with AJ and Ernesto, Nicaraguan. We got hints of Ecuadorian in there. Different blends, and with our EPC, the Ultra Black. The EPC did was it's a 5-year aged tobacco, so that's why there's only 2,000 boxes made. It's exclusive. We call it the exclusive. It's 10 in a box, and
that's out now.
That's out now. Okay. That's out now. Beautiful cigar. Well, great tasting cigar.
How much is the box costing about right now?
Huh?
Average.
Box average. Retail depends on where you're at with tax prices. Anywhere from about $230 to $280.
That's not bad.
20 sticks in the box for the core line.
That's not
bad. And then for the EPC, the Corilla Ultra Blacks, there's 10 in a box. And it's a box press.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 6-inch box press.
I kind of want to follow up on something he mentioned about Nas and collaborating, I guess, and promoting. Are y'all running into any challenges with some of these social media platforms? I don't know what's going on with the cigar. They hate on cigars.
Well, everybody likes to throw in a little bit of their opinions, and I call it their 2 cents, and their little little hits at it. Be like, oh well, Nas ain't a real cigar smoker, and he's not a cigar maker. Well, the guy's worth a couple $100 million. He's not going to be out in the tobacco field plucking tobacco. That's why he got the professionals.
You are what you call a subject matter expert when it comes to cigar. Because I spoke to you plenty of time, and your track record. It matches what you're talking about. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And you know your cigars, bro. And I got to get that to you.
Thank you. Yeah, well, like we got with Nas being part owner and one of the equity investors in there. We have professionals around us with AJ. The factories he have. I mean, he's got over 10,000 rollers, and with Ernesto Perez Corolla. So we got great representation behind the cigars. So we don't need Nas at a table rolling cigars and be like, oh, I smoked the cigar that Nas actually
not at all.
But the thing is, people got their ideas and
haters.
Some haters.
That's
I hate to say the haters.
That's what it is, Bob. Let's call it for what it is.
I mean, it's not good to hate. This is a big industry we're in, and we all love it. We all enjoy it. And there's so many cigars out there. Try different brands. Try different blends. Try different stuff. It's not always gonna be up to your standards or your liking, but just so you try it. That's
the whole thing.
It's
you
a
gotta
conversation piece. I mean, that's what this whole culture is about. Have a conversation, making friends. You make friends with people you never think that you would ever make friends with. Just because the leaf brings us together, and whether it's men and women. So like I appreciate everybody that blesses the culture and supports the culture. Without no discrimination and without no bias and things of that nature. I just think that we need to just keep this culture going, because right now this area right here, this DMV Eastern Seaboard area, we're responsible for about 30% sales of tobacco in cigars in the U.S. And people don't acknowledge the power that we have here on the East Coast. And I think that's a great thing, because there's so many cigar smokers out here that I've met that became friends, like you guys, and every time you guys see me, you show me love,
It's therapeutic, bro. It's therapeutic, man. You got people that spending thousands and thousands of money with therapists and mental health, and I ain't spent a dime, and I'm cured in the last 6 months, for real.
Hey,
that's real talk. Let's follow up what he just said.
I'm cured.
No,
I had mental problems, and I'm cured because of coming here.
Mental illness is a real thing, and you just gotta find your way to deal with it, And if smoking a cigar and talking about shit.
That's what it's about.
And stuff. I mean to curse.
This ain't PS. This ain't PBS.
Yeah.
WHYY. NPR News.
And it brings you as somebody, you might meet somebody that's sharing the same issues you're going through, whether it's job, maybe something with your family, or some kind of illness with a family member, or something of that nature, finances or
Lot of
whatever.
information.
You know, and then you might gain like a new business partner.
Yes.
You know, and that's what I like about this culture, this world that we have, because it opens up so much doors for
Yes.
us, and we need to embrace it and honor it, because you know, without this leaf, the cigars that we smoke, none of this would be possible.
That part. And like I said, it's just a follow-up on the fact that how we come together, no matter what walk of life. And right now, this politically charged atmosphere, these cigars are a neutral standing point where we can sit down, regardless of what side you might be rooting for. We can have a conversation. The people you meet, we might not agree, but we can still at least have a conversation. Amicable, we cool, we can walk away, we can shake hands. I see you again, we can still smoke. There's no animosity. This is what I love about this culture.
Exactly. You could be, you know, you vote for this person, that person.
Right.
You might be this religion, that religion. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We all
lovers
we
of the
all
leaf.
here. We love smoking cigars, and we understand exchange opinions, and we learn to get along with each other's opinion. And that's what it's about. We're all grown-ups in this business and what we do, and we need to keep it that way and keep it level, because you know, there's nobody better than anybody else.
That
You know,
part.
it's just, some people try harder than most. You know.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. You know.
Well, brother, how can we support you? Where can we follow you at? You mean social media,
You
the
can
websites?
You can link me at Chico at Escobar Cigars.com, or Chico at Escobar Cigars, .com. That's my email. Or you can reach me at CHICOSUAVE, One Love at Escobar Cigars on IG, or at Cigar Banda, which is my other mobile vending company that I have. And you know, and you can always reach out to Escobar itself, the company.
Okay, is there anything that we didn't ask you that you wanted the folks
So,
to know?
so you said something about a mobile. You can actually go to a lounge and set up.
Right, but not necessarily around. I do a lot of different events with Cigar Banda, which is my private company, like wine festivals, corporate outing, golf tournaments, and things of that nature. So that's what I do. My other gig that I do outside of Escobar.
We're gonna set that up.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need
So-
to do that.
do that. I think that we gotta set that up.
Oh, yeah.
we gotta set that up.
So definitely, you know, I try to stay in the loop with everything and everybody that's really supporting the culture, and that's all this culture needs is more support from shop owners, customers, and everybody that love the leaf, because you know this is what we got, and this is ours. This is our thing.
Yes.
And you know we keep it wholesome, and we keep it real with each other. I think when it comes to smoking cigars, because we all, in our own mind, we're all enthusiasts about it, and we all have our opinions on that, and we're all aficionados in some aspect of it. You know, whether you like this certain brand or you like that brand, but you know, you're still smoking a cigar, which is great, and you're still supporting the culture.
Like I said before, anything that we didn't say or asked you that you want the folks to know about what's going on with Escobar?
Event coming up next.
Yeah, that folks can come out to support, or something we didn't ask that you want the folks to know.
Well, if you follow me on IG, you'll see some of the events I got. I got so many I can't even come up to. I got the wine festival
Yeah, I've been watching,
coming
brother.
up. Secret Garden Wine Festival, which is hosted by DJ Tons and Friends, Zubar Entertainment. You know, I got an event coming up in November called Rum and Roti.
Okay.
You know,
Rum and
so
Roti.
it's a good event.
Where's that gonna be at?
It's going to be in Baltimore at the Creative Alliance Center down in Highlandtown on East Avenue. So
What's the date on that? Because folks listening like,
date on
hey.
that is November 10th, and it's on a Sunday from 3 to 10 p.m. It's a great event, good food. Caribbean,
Harbor, right?
yeah, not too far from the harbor,
Harbor.
right in
Not too far from Harbor,
Highlandtown.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good event. You know, Caribbean culture we celebrate. We got some of the best Caribbean DJs going to be DJing, and great food, and just come out. I'll be out there with the cigars. We'll have a cigar makeshift patio. We'll have some heaters out there.
Okay.
It was too chilly. But, you know, there's link me up on IG or on the Facebook, you know, Chico Suave, and reach out to me. You see me out in the streets, holler at me, say what's up, you know.
Brother?
Well, yeah, where you from, bro?
Come on. I was going to ask that question. I stood away. I
Where
said,
you from, son?
I'm from everywhere, baby. I'm from this world, man. I'm from this
I'm
world.
from the Earth, man.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
I'm from the world. You know, you know, I have a West Indian background from the Caribbean. You know, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and Toronto, Canada as well.
Another Brooklyn brother right
So
here.
House,
Brooklyn always gonna be the
Brooklyn's
house.
always in the
You
house.
see the cap always rock the Yankee hats, just to throw a flag in the air. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
The Yankees in the world are gonna be in the World Series. We just clinched, baby.
Phillies,
So,
come on, man. Watch yourself. I'm a Philly guy. Watch yourself.
hey.
Philly, mind your business. Mind your business.
You
Mind
know,
Hey.
to win it though. You know, we all in it to win it.
hey,
that part.
it
That
is
part.
what it is. You know, like I said, hey, we
East New York in
got
the
difference
house.
of opinion
East
on
New York in the
baseball
house.
teams, but you know what? We can laugh and joke about it.
Right.
My team's better than yours. No, it's not. You know, but at the end of the day, it's all fun. It's all
Yes,
fun and
all
games.
fun and love.
It's shits and giggles, man, and that's what it's about. Have fun, relax, do what you gotta do, and you know,
And keep it moving.
keep it moving,
Keep it
man. Keep
moving,
it solid.
brother.
Keep it 100.
That's right.
Well, Chico, I appreciate you, brother. Share the information. Thank you for being a guest. Don't make this the last time.
Oh,
if you
no,
got
definitely,
something jumping
definitely.
off,
We're gonna do
look us
something
up,
a little
brother.
bit formal, you know, when I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
no doubt. We get the video.
Yeah.
I'll get my hair done.
You
know what I mean? Do all that.
Me too, yeah. Gotta
Appreciate you,
gotta
brother.
get the touch of it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next one's gonna be a
We
video
thank you,
podcast.
man. Thanks for
Definitely.
being a guest, bro.
Appreciate you for having me, man. You know, one love,
Absolutely.
man. Always keep it smoky, baby. You
That's
know
what we do.
One love.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it.
Like.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another episode of Smoke World in the books. Shout out to Chico. Shout out to Lee Mac 912 for being a guest. You can follow me on Instagram, Smoke World Podcast. Email stone@smokeworldpodcast.com. The website, smokeworldpodcast.com. Shout out to Sketches. We out in the rain doing what we do. So listen, folks, I appreciate your support. Again, I tell you that every time. I do not take for granted your love and support. Smoke World is here to stay. I look forward to talking to some more exciting guests. So with that being the case, it's time to go. Peace out.